What is going on, everybody? It's Juggalo Gaming. I'm Jonathan 80325, and welcome back to GemCraft Frostborn Wrath, episode 28, right? That was my saved data file, so I must have... Well, that's kind of awkward. Yes, 28. I went to load that up, or to click on that, and apparently I closed out the file. Alright, let's just make sure of the numbers, like always. You do so many recordings. I literally just looked at it and named the last one. This is 27, and I'm like, okay, next one's 28. As I'm playing my intro. Like, this one's gonna be 28, 28. And then when it goes over and I do my intro, I'm like, hey, welcome back, everybody, and I forget the number. Alright, well, anyways, welcome to episode 28. Last episode, we took a look at our spreadsheet and we kind of figured out that we are going to go for J3, which is going to require 2 runs, mainly because the wizard stash is in journey mode, but we do not want to open it right away. We want to add 10 to that. Also, G4 has another talisman fragment we might want to go for, and that one we'll have to run twice as well. We also have L5, which breaks us into the H tile, which we still need to do, but we're kind of just kind of gearing up as best we can before hitting that up. So, let's get into this. We're going to do J3. Today's focus is J3. I feel like I need to crack my back. Alright, and we start off with already some pre-placed amplifiers. This ain't gonna be hard to get once we get into journey mode, or our second time around in journey mode. I'm not gonna open up the tomb. I could. I really could. But I don't think it's needed. And here's why. I think what we're going to do is, just in case I decide to open it, I want these to come clear down here, and then around. Also, I want them to kind of take the longest route around here. It's not really necessary, but it works. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of slow armor, and then we'll hit them with some poison too. These are going to be grade 2s for right now. So we're going to hit them with slow, we're going to put poison on them up here, and then we're going to hit them with armor here. Alright. And as far as our main gem goes, poison ignores armor to begin with, so I think we just go with a poison slow gem. Because if we can stack up the poison on them, we don't have to worry about the armor. And honestly, I'm just going to fully amp this right from the very beginning here. We just got to be careful we don't hit this. Okay, we're still good. That won't shoot at buildings. That should be fine. I really didn't need to point in the mana. And honestly, I could have put some points into the slow. So we're gonna build up some points, some mana real quick. $4,000, that's pretty good. And now that does 275 points of poison damage. We just upped that to 5, and that's really gonna start throwing them down. That is killing some of them. That's putting a lot of poison. Say it that way. That's a lot of poison. Yeah. This is going to be quite an easier battle already. I'm debating if I want to try opening up this tomb. Should I do it? I need at least grade 5s up there if I'm going to do this. Preferably grade 6, to be honest. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Also, that's within range and they weren't shooting. There you go. Jesus. Why did it take so long to shoot? Just gonna put 6 on that. God, this could be a stupid idea. I just need to beat it. Should I even be doing that? Probably not. I think I accidentally hit N and sent the next wave. That did look like it was moving quite faster than normal. I'm not doing too much damage yet because I still don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. I'm debating. I mean, I got 2 greed. That probably wouldn't be enough poison to really do enough damage to him. If this can drop that before this kills all the rest of the monsters on screen, it's gonna open. We'll leave it to chance like that. Oh, I did that. That's full. That's not full. Why aren't you shooting that? Well, we didn't bust it open. Wow. Out of misery. I completely forgot about this one. That... Yeah, we definitely put it out of misery. We killed a monster that had whiteout, that was poisoned, frozen, and slow. So basically all the slowing effects that you could possibly do. Because freeze just freezes time, of course that's the slow. Whiteout does slow them. Poison just eats away at them and then slow. I guess poison's the only one that's really not a slowing type of effect. Anyways. Cool, that was J3. And now we got J4. J4 has Vital Link. Yeah, that's a battle trait. So we could go into J4 and grab that right away if we really wanted to. But now we gotta do J3 in Endurance. Or in Journey, sorry. Add in the extra fragments just in case. So we'll do the next 3. Now we do want to hit the wizard stash. So, I think how I want to play this is 1. I'm just gonna put a tower right here. Alright, that's gonna do a lot of damage, but also I kind of want them to go to longer. Well, not for them, but because I'm not opening that this time, definitely not. Basically force them to come around this way instead. Of course. I think that should be good. Okay, and with this one, we do have mana. So we could build up mana. That could be fun. Every monster has to go through here. So why don't we hit a slow and then do a couple manas. Slow gem there. And then I honestly probably shouldn't went in grade 3s, but I did go with grade 3s. That could be a mistake. We'll see. And I think we'll go with a... Does have a little bit of armor, but that armor is pretty much nothing. And we can add a tower here to get rid of that. I think the most important thing is... What would be most damaging? And we go with mana poison. Put one there, put one there. Obviously, I can't do too much of these, but... I need this to be able to hit them, so... All right. Here. You're not gonna last long. Oh, I did that. Alright, there's the talisman fragment. Alright. We got our talisman fragment, but this is journey mode, so we have to beat it yet again. We can't just end it. Ain't gonna take too long to beat it. I don't think I have too much to really worry about here. Yeah. Okay, maybe I should worry a little bit. Keep forgetting that thing really can't reach that far with that. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Right? Debating. Debating on what to do here. Well, let's put a bolt. I'd like to get this to be able to get grade 7. Combine them up to a grade 8 and then put all these 2s onto this, but I doubt that's going to be possible at this point in the game. The good thing is we're making a lot of mana. Interesting. There we go. That's way more powerful than what the last one was. Nice. Very nice. And we reached 4,700 mana from poison monsters. And we got a 67 line mark. That happens to be a corner. J2, right? So, no, J3, sorry. J3 has failed me and gave me a corner piece. That is really not useful. My line mark's up here. Why? It's a very nice line mark though. I mean, hey, it's something. So that was kind of a fail. Not really. I mean, hey, we got our piece. It just gave us one for this corner. We need one for here, or even here. That would have been real nice. Again, we're getting screwed with square line marks. Also, I don't need this anymore, because I got one here. If I would ever decide to put up those line marks here, and I realize I just said square line mark a couple times there. But if I had decided to put line mark there, I'd put this one and not the one that was right there. The one I just got rid of was also a corner. Exact same corner, yeah, like that. Okay. 24 minutes into the video, we could do G4, but G4 is also going to have some wall breakers. And I don't think we're going to get through the 54 waves, or 56 waves within 6 minutes. This, however, we probably won't be able to do either. Yeah. Okay, so I think next time we will do the same thing we did with J3, but over here at G4. Yay, G4. Which has a 55 lightning mark, so that would be a 65 lightning mark once we're done with it. And we'll see what we get. Hopefully, with this 65 lightning mark, we get one to go right here, or into one of these 2 spots. Because we can open that up and put it there. That's really no issue. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'd not be getting Shadow Core stashes, just to kind of keep this number under control for right now. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. I got rid of my test file that I was talking about earlier, but you might see it in a later video because I didn't delete the backup, so it might revert back. But anyways, we're on our way to get a good set of fields going right here. Once you get to this kind of wizard level, it's pretty easy to do whatever you really want. And just as a tease, now obviously I've been working on this one for a long time, and I kind of stopped working on it. Now I got a level 100 fragment here and a level 100 here. This could be traded out either way. I just don't know which one I actually want to put in there. This one is also another trade one I can do. And I got a bunch of these ones here. And I can trade out these ones for different stats. You know, if one has like shrine charge, you know, so the shrines charge up faster and stuff like that. It's good to have other stats, but also I need this, and this. And that's why I still keep farming these level 100 talismans. Even on this playthrough where I'm wizard level 25,224 with huge amounts of stats, right? If I sort the builds by XP, there's some that I haven't even really touched yet compared to what I can do. And you can see here, U3, H2, J2, L3, and J4 have all gotten into the, what I call the E rankings for mana. You might notice something different about each of these fields. So let's take a look at U3 real quick. U3 is right here. Notice that square box thing right underneath the orb. That's a shrine. Alright, just stay with me on that, right? Do the same thing. Sort by XP. Okay, that was U3. It had a shrine. H2. So we go down to H2. H2 has 2 shrines. You see where I'm getting at? There is a technique to get very, very high amounts of XP using shrines. Higher than what you normally could make. Which is why J4 and J2 are also kind of within them numbers, because they both have shrines. And there's a couple other ones that have shrines that... There might be even one that has a shrine that I haven't done yet. As you can see there, that one's an E 2.6, E12. That's a 5.8 E12. H2 is a 2.0 E12. You get the point. But I've only done certain fields. Right? A1 is where I usually farm my talismans that. But for the most part, this is kind of endgame stats here. 1,712% initial mana, 3,425 mana at the start of every wave. Like, you make so much mana, it is ridiculous. And then you're sitting at skills looking like this. With 200 in the crit with plus 25. Hopefully I can get all these to a plus 30. And to verify, yes, you can see that these ones with the stars are the maxed out. They max out at 50. I pretty much maxed them all out at this point. That could be maxed out. And then with these, I kind of just use what I normally use for endurance runs. Bleed, mana, crit, a little bit of poison, a little bit of slow. Slow is actually a pretty major portion of mana farms, but you don't need that many points into it. You know, some points into lanterns, a lot of points in the amplifiers, a lot of points into traps. True colors help, and also resonance helps. Which reminds me, I should have put more into True Colors when I already have that unlocked now. You know, that's just XP for Enraged Waves. This is Shadow Cores. It goes on. This is a pretty solid lineup. You want the damage. You want the bleed so you can do extra damage. You want the slow to slow them down. And you want the mana to steal. That's your main component of gameplay. Slow, bleed them, leech, and then kill with, you know, the crit gem. You know, highly effective in traps. I mean, I'm sitting at a 1500% specials in this game mode here. I grinded this out quite a bit. And as you can see, I got plenty of Shadow Cores to do whatever I want with. But I figured I'd show this off a little bit. Also, I got all the modifiers. I just don't have all of them on. Of course, all of them, I can turn them all on if I really wanted to, but there's really no need for that. And if you want to know how to get the modifiers, I did explain it in an earlier episode, but you can put the codes down here, and you get the codes by looking at your achievement list, going clear down to the bottom, and clicking on Hidden Mod Key. This brings up every achievement that you get a mod key from. And then you combine the mod keys. If you need more information than that, if you even look here at the main menu and highlight over credits, it gives you a hint right there at the bottom. So, that is going to do it for this episode. I hope everybody enjoyed. I hope you actually maybe learned something. I went a little bit longer to kind of show you kind of what our end game looks like in this game. I didn't play a map. I was just kind of giving you a small glimpse at my traits, my battle traits, my skills, and some other things that I grinded out for quite some time. I haven't played that profile for a while now, and I guarantee I can just keep building it, and building it. But it is fun to get back into GemCraft, and I've been having a blast on this walkthrough. As you can see here, I have multiple saved game files here. A lot of these were tests, and then I deleted certain ones that were also tests, just to be able to make the strategy guide and to bring this playthrough here to life. Because this was something I wanted to do. I wanted to go through and show what exactly the best way of doing this is. Now, mind you, if I'm playing casual, I'm going to be hitting up X2. I'm going to be hitting up Z3, Z2, N2. Coming down here, hitting up P5, L5. Well, you can't really do L5 to get Barrage, but J2. I'd be hitting all these up because that's XP. I would be going back and doing endurance modes in every single one of these to build up huge amounts of XP as much as you can to make it easier. I'm doing the bare minimum to kind of show you this is kind of how you could play it, using my guide as that I made as kind of the go forth, and this is how you do it. So as you can see, there's a lot of fields I did not touch, like O2. What's O2 have? Well, O2 has a battle trait for Corrupted Banishment. I could go get it, but it wasn't necessary, right? Because I needed to do O4, and I already had O4 unlocked because of O3. It wasn't me beating O1 and then doing O2. It was me beating O1 and unlocking O2 and O3. And then when I beat O3, it unlocked O4, which brought me into the peaks. There was no reason really for me to do that unless I wanted the battle trait, which I really don't care for at the current time of doing this. Now, I will have to go do a cleanup and get all the battle traits, get all the tomes I'm missing, which hopefully I'm just going to pick up the rest of them on the way here. And I might go ahead here and start doing a little bit of cleanup and hitting up O2 and other fields that I did not pick up the battle traits from. But that's future episodes. I know the last 2 episodes here, I went off on a tangent at the end. I do apologize, but it is very useful information to have. Use my guide to help you figure out what you want to do, which is kind of what I covered in the last part at the very end. With this one, I kind of showed you what you're kind of working towards to kind of build an XP levels that you can achieve in this game just by having fun. Yes, there are some top tier strategies that once we get to the end game that you're going to want to do. And to kind of give you a glimpse of that, we might do a somewhat high endurance run, but it's not going to be nearly as potent as what I could do on my other playthrough, right? I mean, you've seen how much of a difference that is. So, the biggest things to remember is when you're doing a mana farm, and I'm not quite there yet. I need bleed yet. I need crit yet. I need ice shards would help. The extra XP for raging would help, which is fury, and even getting more shadow cores from the special enemies I destroy. Basically, the rest of these skills. I'm gonna put 5 into there because I definitely need that. And then getting all the battle traits. I'm far from it. But you want to kind of combine, and you can look up some high level endurance runs to get an idea, right? You want a slow gem and a lantern, actually, because it takes up less room. You can amplify it, and it hits a broad area and keeps them slow. The same with the bleed. You want it in a lantern. Lantern is good for late games with bleed and slow. As far as mana goes, you want them in traps and you want them fully amplified. You want them to be at least grade 7s or higher to really rack in that mana quickly. Starting out. And then for your kill gem, you kind of want a crit gem in a trap. Because traps ignore armor. They hit that crit gem, instant kills. And you want them to be, again, grade 7s and higher. Especially the later you need to go, you want that to be even higher and higher and higher. Now I'm saying grade 7 at a minimum because of this. If you read amplifiers... Okay, it doesn't actually show it. Does it? No. It's for the... I completely got that wrong. Sorry. It's not amplifiers, it's the points into each skill for each gem. You get additional component power for grade 7+. So you really, like, just putting 5 points, that's 20%. If it was a grade 7, that's an extra 4%, making it 24%. And this gets exponentially stronger as you go up. You can see my point right there. It's 120% extra power for a grade 7+ compared to... You get the gist of it. 7+. That is the goal. That's when it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Alright? But that kind of gives you an idea of how to set up your mana farms. Lanterns for bleed and slow. Traps and mana. And traps for your kill gem, which is a crit. Now, if you want to use tower, you need an armor tearing in a trap to get rid of its the monster's armor. That's if you want a crit in a tower. But that's your basics of high-level endurance runs. And again, you will see that later on. Wow, this rant went really far. I do apologize, but I kind of wanted to get a lot of this out because we're stepping up here. We're at the point where we're about to enter the second half of the game. We're going to need to start doing a little bit more higher endurance runs and getting more XP to keep up with the pace of the game. So, with that being said, I think the next episode after which is G4's episode, I think we will go into L5 and go into H. But after we hit H, we're going to backtrack and get as much XP as possible from multiple levels. At least W through R or even Q here. You know, this area right here. Maybe even go up here a little bit, maybe into the Y's a little bit, and maybe come down here a little bit. But we are also going to be using shrines. Keep that in mind. I showed you that shrines can be extremely, extremely valuable. That does it for my rant. I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.